good morning, and big week coming up. Happy 4th of July week and holiday, of course, which is next week. It's a preparation this week for festivities, for the beginning of summer, and for a new era. Let's hope a new era for actually every day is a new era. So this is Dr. Brenda Shoshana back with another little talk on simple solutions in a complex world. When we feel the world is too complex, we can't negotiate it. We don't know what to do next. We don't know how to meet our needs and the needs of others. We get kind of mixed up and confused, and all kinds of unfortunate consequences can come as a result of that. Well, the talk for today is about how to feed our hungry hearts. That's quite a subject. And of course, we could talk about it on, and I will. Many, many steps, many thoughts, many moments, many discoveries about what this hunger that we feel is all about. What are we really so hungry for? Closeness, communication, love, success for some, different things for different people. How to feed our hungry heart. And since the holiday is starting pretty soon, and the summer, I wanted to give you a wonderful, wonderful gift, a tool, an understanding of a wonderful process that has helped me very much and many others that I know. And it actually turns around our way of looking at life and our way of looking at ourselves and our relationships. When we see things differently, new doors open up. All of a sudden, a new door opens up and we can walk right through and have a new experience of ourselves and of the other. So this process that I really wanted to share with you more fully, I gave you a little bit of it a few talks ago, but I want to share it with you fully so you can enjoy it over the holiday. It's called Nikon, Naikan. It originated, as I understand, in Japan. There was a medical doctor, actually, who discovered it and was practicing it. And to his amazement, he noticed that his patients were getting well during this process, physically well, not just emotionally changed. So he began to devote more and more time to it. And let me tell you what it is. Again, it's so simple. Not only is it so simple, it's so doable. We can do it. I love when we can take so-called complex things and questions and simplify them and then actually practice them, actually live it, do it in our daily life. Because if we don't actually practice it or do it, it becomes like a little cloud, an idea floating by. It can have some impact, but not as much as when we actually practice it, do it, put it into action. And then we say, make it our flesh and bones, make it real. So this is what Nikon is. It's quite simple. It's recommended, this is the beginning, it's recommended that you do a half an hour a day. Do it once a day, twice a day, whatever you want. You're in charge. And take about a half an hour to begin if you want, or more or less, whatever works for you at the moment, the day. You want to make this pressure, another pressure. No. So what you do is you sit down and you take a pencil and paper. In the beginning, you write everything down very specifically and carefully, because again, if it's just an idea, it's going to float away. And you write down, what did I receive today? You can write it down in the evening, in the afternoon, or you could do the day before, whatever you like. I used to do it sort of the early evening. What did I receive today? Now, the mind is always telling us we never got anything, we didn't get what we wanted. All we do is give, we don't get. We need more. The mind is very busy telling us that all the time. But in this practice, we take half an hour or take time or however long we're taking to really focus on it. What did I actually receive today? It's a beautiful question. Oh, I received a delicious breakfast. I received a smile from my partner, my husband, my children, the doorman, whomever. I received the sunshine today. The sun was shining. When we begin to really stop and look at it, there's so much that we received that came to us. So much. But did we actually receive it? Mostly no, because we weren't even aware there was anything much happening. We just take it for granted. Oh, yeah. He smiled, I smiled. Okay, what else is new? I want something exciting. But this is simple because it's very exciting when you are able to really stop and receive a smile. Wow. When you stop and are there for it and feel it and give it in a real way, whoa, that's big. It can change your whole day. But we race through life looking for something else, not what's right here now. And we very, very seldom actually receive the many, many gifts that are being offered by life constantly. Someone might hold a door, someone might offer to help you with a package. You received a phone call today from a friend, from a family member. Very small things. Write everything down. We usually think, oh, I have to receive a big check in the mail. I have to receive an award. That's not it. That's not it. That happens occasionally. It's very nice. But how about every day? What do we receive? I received this next breath that I'm taking. So people will say, well, so what? Well, if you didn't receive it, you wouldn't be here for the next breath. Such beautiful gifts, a flower blooming, the tree. I received the opportunity to help someone. You may not think of that as a gift, but it is a huge gift as well. So very carefully, you start to write, what did I receive today? Just write it down. And as you stop and dwell upon it and write it down, you're going to become more and more open to seeing it as you go through your life and more able to receive it, feel it, take it in, enjoy it, be grateful for it. When we come to a place of gratitude for simple things, we are in a good spot in terms of our life. Be grateful for it. Say thank you. I'm not saying we have to. There are many ways of saying thank you, but even in our heart, if a thank you comes, we're acknowledging that moment. And we thank you. That is a very, very beautiful way to feed the hungry heart. Next step in the Nikon. We write down very carefully, what did I give today? Now, usually, as I said before, we think we're giving all the time and not getting anything back. See, our mind twists and distorts things. That's what we think. And we feel entitled to so much more. So in this process, we just stop and we look at it carefully. Actually, what actually happened? What did I give today? That's a wonderful question. And in the beginning, anyway, we give quite a bit less than we receive, and we're shocked. Most people are shocked to realize that. And soon as we do this, we begin to notice opportunities to give. And rather than resenting giving, we can't wait because we'll put it on our list. We want to give. We see how much we're receiving. And it's just normal and natural. It's inevitable that we're going to want to give. It feels good. And believe it or not, giving Spontaneous, natural, full-hearted giving feeds the hungry heart a lot. Now, here's one other part to the exercise that's very important too. What trouble or pain did I cause today? Let me write that down. Doesn't have to be a terrible thing we did. Just cause somebody some trouble, some difficulty. Inadvertently, we didn't mean to. This is not about getting guilty. It's not about that. It's about noticing our effect on others and what we might do just thoughtlessly, mindlessly. We're not aware of it. Maybe we sent the waiter back 3 times with a different dish. That only caused a little trouble. Okay. We're not punishing ourselves for it. We're noticing it. Just noticing. Very important, because sometimes, or not sometimes, often, the trouble we cause or the pain we cause lingers within us, and it prevents us from feeling and feeding our hungry heart. We don't feel we deserve it somehow. Something is bothering us. We don't know what it is, but many of us do not even allow the love and the food that we need in. So this part of the Nikon is very valuable, because if we notice maybe that we cause some difficulty, we don't have to be guilty. We just correct it. They call up and say, gee, I thought of this and I'm sorry and hope everything is okay. Or there are many, many ways to correct it, not leave it lingering. That's a very beautiful way to feed the hungry heart, to straighten things out right away or soon when they come. No guilt needed. Just say, you find your way to correct whatever went wrong. So those 3 steps are simple, they're natural, and they're fantastic. Now, when I talk about them, all kinds of objections or thoughts or questions might arise. That's natural. But what the real encouragement is to do it. Sit down at some point in the day with your papers and do this. You could spend a half an hour, you could spend 10 minutes, you could spend a day. They have retreats 7 days, they do it for 7 days. They do it on a person or on a relationship you're having trouble with. Sit down and you do Nikon on it, which means you the first put, what did I receive from this person? And each day we only take the 3 years at a time. The first 3 years, the second 3 years, and so forth. Not everything at once. What did I receive from them? What did I give them? And what trouble or pain did I cause? Notice we don't put in what trouble or pain did they cause me, because that is something we're always thinking of all the time. How people upset us, how they hurt us. So we don't do that. We're trying to balance out everything in the situation. So I just wanted to offer that to you today as I'm looking out the window, seeing the sun shining, but not as hot as it was. And I'm thinking, what a gift to have that during the holiday season, when you may have a little more time, or you may have a little more interaction, and you might enjoy this process. I love sharing it with you, and I thank you very much for listening. And at some point, maybe we'll have a chance to talk together online a little bit. And be a lot of fun to hear your responses. So thank you for listening again, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye. I'll be back soon before the holiday. Okay, let's see here. Trying to find out how to stop the recording. Oh. Here it is, stop recording. Okay.